Good afternoon, everyone. Mario Quintero here with the One-Stop Shop, produced by MariosHomeNews.com. It's good to be back again after a couple of weeks of being absent, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today is Open Line Thursday, where we took some questions that have come in over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to explain them in detail. So let's get started. The good news is three different categories. There's one on mortgage, one on real estate, and one on reverse mortgages. So hopefully you'll get some good information here today. So the first question is, how long does it take for a loan to get approved? So there's different timelines. Usually our conditional approval, we usually get those within 1 to 3 days. Sometimes, like we just got one yesterday, was a same day approval. That doesn't mean that the loan is ready to close. All that means is that a digital underwriter in their system took a look at their loan, they approved it with conditions. So then our processors will need to start looking at the conditions, clearing the conditions, and then they'll need to look at whether the appraisal is required or is it waived, because there might be a good amount of equity in the property, so we have to get through that. The title company begins to order the title documents that they need to get the lender's policy, the owner's policy, the lien search. If there's an estoppel letter that needs to be ordered, they order that. So, all wheels start turning at the same time. Then our senior loan processor starts to clear conditions, and then once all conditions are cleared, we secure the clear to close. This can happen, all of these things can happen as quickly as 3 weeks, but usually no more than 4 weeks to 4.5 weeks total. Barring any complications, barring any major turbulence that we have to resolve, this process should take between 3 to 4.5 weeks to get the client to the closing table. So when you hear 1 day approval, that doesn't mean that the loan is ready to close. That just means that the loan has been looked at and now all the work needs to get started. All right? So the next one is, Mario, why should I select you as my listing realtor? That's a great question. First of all, I have close to 20 years of experience and knowledge in closing real estate transaction. That has tremendous value to our clients. We average somewhere between 10 and 20 real estate transactions per year. And if I was to multiply that out over the last 15 years, that's over 200 real estate transactions that I have personally been involved in on the negotiating side, the listing side, the buyer side, and have been able to come up with solutions to many of the issues that arrive during a real estate transaction. There's usually some turbulence that occurs, and the experience that I have usually helps me to resolve the issue on behalf of my client and everyone involved. So then the other important thing is that I personally respond to all inquiries from realtors or buyers 7 days a week. I am not a CIA agent, which some realtors unfortunately are. I am very active and I am very available to answer questions and show property. So that's another good reason why you should select me. The last thing is that I have an awesome team that is highly experienced that helps me during every real estate transaction. We have a transaction coordinator. Jackie has over 20 years of real estate experience, and she's also a licensed realtor. We have Laura Menendez. She's our senior loan processor that will keep an eye on the finances of the buyers that are coming in. She helps me review the DU approval and the finances of the potential buyer to make sure that we're actually selecting the best buyer for that transaction. And the last thing is the team of Carolyn Martinez over at CNC Title, who's our title partner, and they have over 30 years experience, and they immediately get their wheels turning in ordering lien searches and everything that has to be ordered in preparation for them to organize and get the seller's docs ready for the seller to sign at the closing table. So those are many of the reasons why. There might be more, but I really don't like to toot my horn, other than the fact that I will list, get you the highest price in the shortest period of time, and hopefully my experience will count a lot in that process. The last topic that we got for today is, are there any changes to the reverse mortgages? And the answer is yes. So there's a new product coming out from one of our wholesalers that is available to people that are 55 years of age and over, okay? So both people can be 55 or over. We're currently reviewing the details of the program so that we can do a formal introduction of the program as a solo video, and that should happen by next week. Also, we still offer the non-borrowing spouse program in the event that one of the two borrowers are less than 62 years old. So we've had instances where we have one borrower is 62 or greater, and the other one might be 55, 58, 60, and we can still offer that program with the regular FHA HECM reverse mortgage. The other products that we offer on the HECM are the HECM to HECM refinance for those people that already have a reverse mortgage and they want to see if the additional equity that they have built over the last couple of years will potentially give them some additional benefits financially to do that refinance. And we also do the HECM for Purchase program for those people that might be scaling down from a large home to a smaller home, moving from the Northeast to the Midwest to South Florida or any part in Florida, and they don't want to use all of their funds to purchase their new home. With 50% down, we can cover the down payment and the closing costs on the reverse mortgage, and you can keep the rest of the funds in your savings account or brokerage account so that you don't have to use all the funds, okay? One last thing I want to mention about the reverse mortgages that we've been experiencing lately. It seems that the HUD underwriting has had a guideline for a while that they look back 24 months to see if there have been any mortgage lates, okay? It's critical that there are no mortgage lates in the last 12 months, but underwriting actually goes back 24 months. So if someone has been late for 1 or 2 months in the prior 24 months, it's important that we have some excruciating circumstance, like a medical reason or maybe a loss of income during that period, that we can explain to the underwriter so we can get that condition cleared. So there is a workaround. However, we usually discuss this with our reverse mortgage clients once we run their credit, and if we see something like that, we got to let them know immediately that we may have some issues. All right, so I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. This is it for me today. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family, and if you need to get a hold of me here at the office, 305-598-1600, 305-588-0451 is my cell phone. Feel free to call if you have any questions about anything. I'm always available to discuss any matter with you regarding mortgage and real estate, and we appreciate your business. Thank you and have a great day.